So it's kind of hard to get excited about this week's running back waiver wire options, right? I mean, assuming you're not related to Frank Gore or Ito Smith. And really, at this point of the playoffs, barring an injury to a starting running back, the only running back waiver wire moves you should be making is locking up your starter's handcuffs. So let's bring on our own secret squirrel, Daniel Dopp, to talk handcuffs.
All set and ready to go, Matthew.
Daniel, why are you handcuffed to a bed?
Well, every time we talk handcuffs, you make me put on handcuffs.
Right, but honestly, I was actually going to have you sit here with me to talk about handcuff running backs on the waiver wire as a respected equal.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay, but wait, why are you handcuffed to a bed, by the way? It's sort of weird.
Because I'm in a bed so I would be comfortable. Silly, obviously.
Okay, fine. Then why are you shirtless?
Matthew, have you ever watched this show? Enough with your questions.
Touche, Daniel. Touche. All right, well, you still want to talk running back handcuffs with me?
I sure do.
All right, let's do it. We start with the handcuff to Spencer Ware, Damien Williams. 19 touches over the last 2 weeks, including 5 targets in his last game. You think about this year where Chiefs running backs averaging the 8th most fantasy points per game. They've also caught a league-high 9 touchdowns so used in the passing game, Daniel.
That's true. Chiefs running backs are also averaging over 56 receiving yards per game this season.
Yeah, so if anything were to happen to Spencer Ware, already banged up in the last game, Damien Williams would have a lot of value. Now let's go to Ezekiel Elliott's handcuff. Rod Smith is the only other Cowboy running back with an actual rush last year. In the 4 games where Smith saw 10 or more touches, he averaged 16.7 fantasy points per game. Remember, Ezekiel Elliott has a league-high 20.6 carries per game. He's touching the ball a ton. We know Dallas wants to run. That's part of their offense. So, Daniel, if anything were to happen to Zeke, Rod Smith would be the guy.
100%. The Cowboys are averaging the 6th most rushing yards per game this season. I mean, come on, Rod Smith is an obvious handcuff.
Yes, he is. Well done, Secret Squirrel. All right, and so now let's go to the handcuff to Phillip Lindsay. And it's Royce Freeman. Think about this. Denver, averaging the 3rd most yards before first contact per rush this year. They're also 2nd in the NFL with 17 rushing touchdowns this season. It's worth noting Royce Freeman already has 5 rushing touchdowns this season. He was in a timeshare at the beginning of the year. Now it's Phillip Lindsay's job, but if anything were to happen to him, they'd go back to Royce Freeman, Daniel.
100%. Denver ranks 2nd in yards per carry and 7th in rushing yards per game this season. Royce Freeman absolutely needs to be rostered. By the way, my belly really itches. Will you come over here and itch it for me?
Sure. But not until Kat takes a graphic. I don't want video evidence of this.
No, Matthew, please. It's just right above my belly button.
Time for our daily reminder to don't be this guy. It comes from Dr. Stringfellow. Loser of his league had to be their league's draft board the following year. Secret Squirrel, do you have even room to do that with all your tattoos?
Absolutely not, Matthew, but I can't really see it because I'm handcuffed to a bed and the monitor is really high in the studio. Don't tickle me! Stop it!
Now I'm
Don't tickle me! Don't tickle me!